A very wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us on the Weekend Edition this Sunday evening. Wherever you're watching us from, we are glad that you tuned in to UCTV, and it is a month of creation, a moment for us to reflect in prayer and in our actions really, and deepen our faith and our commitment to God through creation really. Now, that having been said, we do all understand that creation actually starts with us because we are God's creatures. We are created in the image of God. And so many other things that were created by God, really. With us today, we really want to think about the creation month with the youth. The youth really make up the largest population of our country. And so them getting involved in such noble causes or in such, calendar times, we really want to hear from them and understand from them and just make sure that we are on the same track, really. Well, I have some young gentlemen and some young women from Bethany Land Institute, and I'm glad that they're going to be here to discuss what the Creation Month is about in regard to Laudato Si, really. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Sumi Issa from Bethany Land Institute, and I work with the Community Outreach Department.
Yes.
My name is Kaitesi Sandra from Bethany Land Institute, working with Community Outreach Program.
Nice to meet you all.
Nice.
Thank you so much for coming, really.
Thank you.
So we are going to really get started with just, Sandra, you could just tell us what this Creation Month really means.
Okay, this is the month of creation, Laudato Si prayer month. It starts on 1st September and it ends on 4th October. It starts with the world's day of prayer for creation, care for creation, and it ends on 4th, the first day of St. Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of creation care.
Sandra, that is really good. You have everything at your fingertips, and it's very encouraging to actually see young people very rooted in this. Issa, can you just let us know what you really understand from this month of creation, or when someone talks about creation, really, what comes into your head?
When someone talks about like prayer month and creation, what comes in my mind is that every creature, and having heard of the creation story from the Bible, every creature was created by God and gave us the responsibility to take care of it up to the day, up to our judgment day. So I think God will come back to assess us of what we have been doing, and right now we are actually destroying the world, which was given to us at peace. So that is what I can say it about it.
Oh yeah. So Issa, having that thought at the back of your head that at a certain point God will actually come to judge exactly how we have taken care of the creation that He left us to, He entrusted us with as custodians. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing during this month to make sure that you are accountable and that you are helping in maintaining the creation that God did. So what are some of the activities, really?
Actually, during this month, we have been carrying out different activities like tree planting. We have been engaging with some students from some schools and trying to see how we can work with nature and earn from nature without destroying it. With some projects like agroforestry, some people think that they can't do agriculture without the forest or without trees, since it is in our mindset in that before planting you have to destroy everything to have a clear ground. So I've been talking to some students and seeing the impact of it. We are also trying to pick up some plastics from the environment. And also me as myself, I'm taking a small initiative. Like when I buy some soda, I take the juice out of the bottle, then I carry my bottle up to home. Yeah, that is what I do.
Thank you so much. Well, I just want to also hear from what Sandra has been doing, really, in regards to this Creation Month. As young people, really, you must be indulging into something that is deepening your faith with God through the actions that you are doing in order to be stewards of creation. Tell me, Sandra, what are you doing?
Right, thank you so much for this opportunity. In this season of creation, we are doing so many things, like we are doing cleanups to show the young people that we can do something to create love with nature, with creation, that is creating peace with creation. We are doing cleanups like reducing the plastics in our communities. We are planting trees with communities, schools, so that we restore our nature. And at the same time, we are doing community outreaches, teaching people about so many things like sustainable farming practices, like using organic pesticides, organic manure.
Yeah, that is really nice. And then Isha, you said personally you do not allow plastics, really.
Yeah.
You know, what are you doing personally as you, Sandra? Is there anything that you're doing personally?
Of course.
Yes, would like to hear that too.
All right. Personally, I advocate for nature restoration. Mm-hmm. Like we have YouTube channels and channels on other platforms. We have VLAN TV and we have Agroforestry Power Ladies Uganda. The Agroforestry Power Lady is promoting specifically agroforestry systems, and VLAN is promoting sustainable agriculture and environmental conservation at large.
Nice. Now, you've heard the Laudato Si later by Pope Francis, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Being very enthusiastic young people in church and being, into nature and taking care of God's creation, there's no way you could have missed Laudato Si later. Now, in the later Laudato Si, Pope Francis calls creation our common home. Mm-hmm. As young people, what does this mean to you, really? Having a common home, our common home. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah.
Yes, let's start with you.
Hearing that Pope Francis calling like every creation like on earth our common home is because simply that we are all found in this universe, in this like in this planet on our home, like the way we be at home. Mm-hmm. Like in the house. Mm-hmm. There is no way you can mess up with the house in your father's place.
Exactly.
So that is the same way I feel like coming to earth, and it's like it is our common home. Everyone in it is responsible to take care of it in such a way that anything we do to destroy, like some people cut down the trees, then other people will not have enough oxygen, and most especially with the poor. Like the poor don't have enough money to buy oxygen, but the rich can organize some good amount of money, buy oxygen in a good building and access it. But for the poor, we then get the polluted air from the industries. So for me, I feel like everyone should take part in this initiative of taking care of our planet, or our common home.
Oh, that's nice. It's a very, very good thing that you're advocating. Everyone should come together and then take care of this common home, because it's the only home that we have that we cannot replace Earth. Once we destroy our Earth, our forests, there's nowhere we can go. And so I just want to hear you. Do we have a theme for this month?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Sandra, tell us about the theme.
The theme for this month is peace with creation.
Peace with creation.
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
A peace with creation. In this, we explore like doing actions of hope, justice, and interconnectedness between human beings and the environment, because we cannot live without nature. Take for example forests, wetlands, animals, and everything. We cannot live with nature. That's why the Lord created us, and He created us last, because He knew that we cannot live in isolation.
That is wonderful. Do you feel like young people like you have a special role in taking care of creation?
Yes.
Yes? That is so good. How is that, sir?
Of course, in Uganda they have a saying that says "Emitia mitoje jigumize shibira."
Very nice.
Yeah. So as young people, if we can take the initiative, because our elders are very soon going away. They are growing, getting old and dying, and we are the ones to replace them. So we should be confident and have the ability to know how we have distracted our Mother Earth, how we have destroyed our Mother Earth, and then rising up to correct our mistakes for the future generation, for the people who are going to come after us.
Right. Do you agree with that? You could also say something, how young people have a special thing with taking care of creation.
Yeah, actually, based to our new curriculum, like in schools, it is very easy to change a youth's mind than changing older people, because they are at some point fixed with what they want.
Yes.
But for us young people, we still have a lot of things to try out with.
Yeah.
And we are seeing that this works out very well, because we need clean air every day. We need clean food, like food free from chemicals. We need it to strengthen our lives. I was inspired very, very much with the Laudato Si, actually, Article 9, where Pope Francis was saying that we need sustainable ways of living. And doing this, he called us upon that we need to change our hearts from greedy to generosity. We find that our elders are also greedy. They want everything. So if we don't change as the youth, then means the future will find when everything is gone. And he says that we should change our hearts from that which is wasteful to that which is helpful. Like most people want to gain more than even what they need, so that they die with billions of money at their account. But Pope Francis says we should change our hearts from that to the heart of helpful. If I have a little, I share with my friend, and also equal share with the creation.
Right.
Meaning that I take what is mine, like God gave us land to work on land and everything. However, we are going also to the swamps, constructing their industries, taking what is not ours.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the biggest challenge of Uganda right now in regards to, messing up with creation? Uganda right now, what do you think we should look at and concentrate on so much as young people? Is it the land? Is it the deforestation? Is it what comes into your mind, Sandra?
It is land. Land comes in my mind first, because everything is done on land. Yeah, without land we cannot have forests. It's because we have land, that's why we can have forests that we are going to preserve. Yeah, and again, in conserving our lands, we should look at sustainable systems of agriculture, sustainable food production, less agroforestry systems, whereby things are living in harmony with each other. You don't need to bring in external inputs like external fertilizers, what, but the system is self-sustaining and it is naturally sustaining. So such systems of agriculture, it is like you find that the plants are fed, the soil is fed, and the people and animals and everything, just because of that. And also other sustainable practices like not bringing in synthetic fertilizers, because we know very well that these synthetic fertilizers are not doing well to our soils. They are killing so many microorganisms, and they are killing us too, and they are killing the soil, everything, and the plant. So it is not sustainable, and if we do that, we are killing our land, meaning that the future generation will not be able to grow and get the yields we've managed to get.
That is so true. I totally agree with you. I also want to hear from Isa. There's so many youths out there that may not be interested in taking care of the environment and the creation that God has given us to be stewards. And what do you think is discouraging some youths from getting into protection and good stewardship of our environment and God's creation. And what can you do really to encourage them to come?
Yeah, actually, and it is true that like most youth are discouraged by, meaning in such I'm trying to mean that they are like, we are not concerned at all. In cities, if I say in cities, there is a certain group of people who is responsible to make up cleanups in town. So the youth will think that those people will be available to collect everything from the environment, like the plastics, yet it isn't true. They are not everywhere. Right now, Uganda, we are almost 47 million people around Uganda. And if everyone buys a kilogram of sugar, a bottle of soda, and everyone disposes it anywhere he finds, we shall be with a lot of tons of waste, and those people will not be able to clean up everything. I think we, the youth, we can start from there as the ongoing struggles, people are saying that the youth can make it. I think we can also make it in such a way of caring for creation. And if creation is happy, then also us will be happy. For example, I will have a lot of saving if I eat safe food. I'll have a lot of money if I don't buy a lot of plastic and I need to pay the authority to take away the trash. People pay for that to take the trash. So I will be saving if I use something which is not something like plastic. If I have a lot, I can be with one polythene, I use it, it is reusable. I can use it every day. And also we have to change. Most people in this struggle of creation think that it is less profitable, that everyone needs money to live a life. And we are telling people to conserve forests, and they are like, we need money. So we need to teach the youth how to make money with nature. People are making right now tile, ornamentals from the plastics. They make the tiles they use for building from plastics, and they're earning a lot of money. Some are selling the plastics and they're earning money. Selling plastics requires no, you don't need a degree or any profession to do it. You earn from it as you are cleaning up the environment. And also teaching people how can we earn from nature. And I think so the example I can give, which is at almost everywhere, is that our Uganda Tourism Board is making money from the tourist attractions without putting in a lot of, because if you are there, the monkeys will be producing at their own. We don't need to take care of it at most. So we need to preserve it so that we make that money and we save the future.
Exactly. Sandra, do you agree with that?
Of course, I agree with him.
Yes.
Yeah, because he has given examples which really explore that making peace with creation.
Yes, true. What are some of the challenges that you face when you are making peace with creation?
The first challenge is that we face a challenge with the people. Like, we want to transform our fellow youth and other people, but you find some of them, they'll be like, how can I be seen touching the soil with my nails? Yeah, some of them, they see us like, they see it as weird, like when we are pulling dustbins, doing cleanups. Yeah.
They don't want to associate.
Of course.
That you're doing a good job.
Of course, but as leaders, we must lead with examples. Yeah.
Exactly. So how do you encourage them to come to you? At the end of the day, if someone says, well, I do not want to mess up my life in this case.
Right, we continue sensitizing them and giving them our stories, like our journeys, how we started and how we got into this. We are also like them. Yeah, so they get inspired. They'll be like, if this one can do this, I can also do this. And we always show them the disadvantages or the ways our nature is destroyed, the environment is degraded, and we show even them the future perspectives, like what can come next after this. And we need to save our environment
Yes,
and our future.
looking at the future, and then you tell them, well, if you do not
Of course,
do this,
this is going to come and it is going to affect you too, because you're still alive and you're still young.
Exactly. Exactly. That is so interesting, really. I want us to go a bit about prayer. As young people, you do pray, right?
Of course.
Yes, very important. And how has your prayer life helped you in having a connection with creation, really? So many young people may not exactly understand. They may think those are two different things. Yes, but your love for creation and your prayer life are intertwined in a sense. You could actually just tell us, how is it important for you to maintain a good spiritual life that also helps you to look at creation as creation from God, for you to be a good steward, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could start. Yeah.
My prayer life is, and as we are recommended to people, and if you are to be praying, and you don't need to be shy about what you want to ask from God. You know, we have things we like from God, and at other people they are looking to be immense. But if you like to converse with God very well, some people recommend us to go some places to, like the forest is somehow quiet. Some go to the mountains. Some make fire camps and pray in secret so that the God can hear their prayers. And on that, there is no way you can prove that God is there if you don't actually pray and don't respect the creation. Like me myself, what touches me so much is that every day I look up in the sky and I see the sun, and I'm like, the person who's making that sun to be there in the sky and it is not falling on earth, and it lights from day 1 to day 365 is someone there watching us and helping us through our lives. So on looking on those creations, I see the moon, the water I take, I need oxygen and I take every day, it is not consumed. I'm like, God is there. I need to pray for my life to improve slowly by slowly. So when I'm making my prayer, I go to somewhere quiet, like in our place at Nanda we have a forest. I go to the forest. It is somehow quiet that I can converse with my God when nobody's hearing, and I sometimes receive what I want from that. That is a short note on my side, what I always do.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah. So you see how creation actually facilitates our prayer life. You want to pray sometimes in a very private place, and then you go maybe somewhere where there is a forest, somewhere up, without any distraction. Yes. And then you say it sometimes when we look at creation and then we see how the sun and the moon are held up, you just get encouraged and you're like, the God who created that is the same person who created me, and surely he's going to answer me, which is very, very nice. How does your prayer life help you with being a good steward of creation, Sandra?
If you pray something and you believe it, of course you receive it. So like if you want to be a good steward of the ecological conservation, you pray for that and believe it, of course you become. Yes, Laudato Si article 225 says, no one can make a sober and satisfying life without making peace with creation. And whenever I remember that God exists in his creatures, I love nature. Because if you don't love nature, like you destroy everything around you, like trees, whatever, nature, it means that you're pushing God away from you and you're being far from God, whereby we must be close to God, to always guide us.
Okay, very nice. So tell us exactly what's going to happen on the 30th of this month, is it? You could start with this, the preparations.
30th this month, September, we shall be celebrating the end of our Laudato Si prayer month in advance. It is in the past year we usually celebrate it on 4th October, but this year we shall be celebrating it on 30th. We are going to be celebrating it with a good number of schools, and it will be about 3 schools engaging, and there will be at most primary schools. We want to see the little children, how to teach them and influence them about the living with creation. Like, how does creation help us through our lives? There are about 3 schools. One is Bukasa Primary School. We are having Saint Chizito at Nachole and also Wakatai. They are almost in the same area, but you drive a little bit further. But we are in preparation to make sure that the young people influenced with this, like they are coming up with some stories in their life, how creation is helping them out, what can they do. You may find that even they are having solutions which we should take to see how we can live with creation and how we can earn from it. Yeah.
That is nice. Sandra, add on a little bit on that, on your celebration that is happening.
Of course, like he has said, the celebration is happening on 30th, to celebrate with schools, because one of the things we must do in this prayer month is celebrating and other events. Yeah, we shall be celebrating with schools, young people. Like, it is good because it lays a foundation for the young people, and this journey for them, it will start when they are still young with them, because they see what we are doing, inspiring them each and every day and with our activities, and they also learn hands-on, because when we go outside to the field, we work with them. They work too, they plant trees, they learn how to plant a tree, how to do everything. So for them, it is a luck for them because it is starting from their foundation.
Okay. So as we close off, you could just give us a word of encouragement for this season, a season of creation, to young people out there. Isa, you can start.
I take my one of my favorite readings from the Bible, and it is from Leviticus chapter 25 verse 23, where they are reminding us that we don't have fully ownership of land, because the land owns to God, and we are just passing. We are just strangers and just traveling through the earth with God as our host. So with that, I call upon other people to take care of land, because I think one day God will come and assess what the work He gave us. Are we trying to do what is good, or we are going astray? Yeah.
Right. So everyone, all the youth should actually come together and take care of this land that God gave us, because at a certain point we shall be judged, right?
Yeah.
Sandra, your closing remarks as we wind up.
All right. Laudato Si Article 205 says, while human beings are capable of destroying, are also capable of rising against their mistakes. So it's not yet too late, my fellow youth, my elders, parents, siblings, and everyone there. It is our responsibility. Nature and environmental conservation is our responsibility, and it starts with us. Let us not wait for anyone to take this initiative, but it is our responsibility. Let's take it. Let's care for our common home, because when we care for our earth, we care for ourselves. When our mother earth is happy, we are also happy. And when it is not happy, we cannot be happy, because we cannot live without nature.
Oh yes, we cannot live without nature. Let's take care of our mother earth. If our mother earth is happy, then we can also be happy. Right. Yeah. Very nice. Thank you so much for making time. From Bethany Land Institute, Isa and Sandra, thank you. It has been a pleasure. Well, and it has been a pleasure really having you on the Weekend Edition. My name is Nara Osende. We have had very inspiring voices from young people actually this season, making it a deliberate effort to actually take care of creation. Creation, take care of creation, and the creation will take care of us, really. And as humans, we are stewards for this creation. So let's do our best to take care of the creation this month and going forth onwards. Well, until then, we shall surely see you again. Do have yourself a lovely week ahead and a good night.